Hello again, everybody. Hope you are well. On this Monday afternoon, it is February the 10th, and I have several things to go over with you. Are we getting closer to a digital dollar, a cashless society? It's very possible. I'm going to go into that a little bit. I think we have evidence of that. Also, we're only seeing, it's going to get a lot worse as far as the discovery of waste, fraud, theft of the American people. I think they're only touching the tip of the iceberg, y'all. And it's going to get way uglier. All right, I'll go into that a little bit. Also, what are these other nominations for these positions for Trump's cabinet? There's a couple of them in the balance that are really high stakes that are, I don't know if it looks good for one of them. I'll go into that a little bit. Also, I have a terrific passage I will share with you towards the end of the video, so stay tuned for that. But first, you might have seen, if you haven't seen the videos that I posted yesterday, also I had a 2 or 3, I can't even remember now, 2 or 3 short videos from our outing. Yesterday, we went to a state park not far from our home. We're able to get outside. It was like 78, 79 degrees, sun shining. It felt like summer almost, which is unusual even for here. So we're back in the 60s today. We're supposed to be down in the 40s with rain tomorrow. So that sounds fun. But anyway, check those videos out. It was good to get out and get moving. I think one of the most important preparations we should be doing is physical, getting our bodies moving more. If nothing else, just to walk as much as we're able, depending on your situation. But I know I need to do a lot more of it. Ms. Dawg and I are trying to increase that. And we increase it a lot in the spring, but we're trying to get ourselves in shape for the summer, right? When it gets warmer. So anyway, let's see. I'll just go into some other news items as well that are interesting. Trump has asked Musk to audit the Pentagon as well. Audit all of them, not just the agencies, but how about members of Congress? That could be interesting. It could be very interesting. I mean, how are these people worth all these millions and millions of dollars? They're not making that on their salary, right? What's up? Check them out. Nancy Pelosi, the Turtle, Mitch McConnell, among others. Pam Bondi, the Attorney General, said that she will come after those who are leaking information about the raids. They were planning, this has happened several times, Chicago, Colorado, where ICE was planning these large-scale immigration enforcement raids. The latest one was they were about to descend on Los Angeles in a big way. And somebody within the administration or the agency or whatever leaked this information. So they had to call it off or postpone it at least. I mean, that's very dangerous. You leak information, and they leaked information about one in Colorado, and they were only to capture like 1 or 2 of these gang members when there were about 100 they were coming after and knew where they were. This is a serious threat to the health of the agents as well that are going and enforcing the law. So she said, we will come after them. And she absolutely should. I mean, in my eyes, that's treason. They're going to run into a situation to where they're going to run into an ambush. If these leaks continue, they're going to run into a bad situation, I'm afraid. And it's going to be very ugly and messy and bad. That's my concern right there. That's my concern. On a funny note, some humor here, y'all. I don't know if I mentioned this in one of my last videos. I meant to mention it in the last one, but Trump was asked about the possibility of deporting Prince Harry. He said, nah, not Prince Harry. I'm going to leave him alone. He's got enough issues with his wife. She's awful. I love it. Trump, man, he can just come out with some zingers that just like, dang. Tell us how you really feel, brother. She's awful, he said. The Super Bowl was the super show. It's a super show, and it's just a show. I think there's a football game played in there somewhere, but you know, we didn't watch it at all. We don't even have cable. We don't have cable at our house, y'all. We just cut the cable a few years ago. It's just wasteful. It's so much money. I mean, we stream one or two things here and there, you know. I mean, what we can't get for free. You know, we have internet, of course. That's the main thing that we pay for is internet connection. But the Super Bowl, you know, it's just a spectacle, isn't it? I mean, I don't know. I heard the halftime show was just horrid, but I wouldn't know. I don't do it anymore. Let's see. Trump has ordered the Treasury to stop minting pennies, the coin, that we're spending an enormous amount of money just to mint 1 cent pennies. That's probably true. It might make them more valuable now. I don't know. What about the nickel and the dime and the quarter? Are they next? Oh, how about the dollar? Is that next? Are we going to see a digital dollar next? Is this a segue? Is this the beginning or the first steps or many steps into a cashless society? I think it's eventually coming. Hopefully later than sooner. But I think when that happens, the jig is definitely up. And, you know, your freedoms, your privacy is out the door totally. And you might say, well, Dawg, they're out now. Well, you ain't seen nothing yet until you can't pay for something in cash if you don't have that option. I mean, think about the ways that if you're totally dependent on an electronic system to pay for something and you don't have the option to write a check, pay with cash. I mean, think about it. The control that puts in their hands. Your very ability to make a wage, to purchase a vital item like medicine, food, water. Yeah, well, you say, oh, I got a well and I got this and I got that, but you know, you'd have to be pretty much totally off grid, and I mean 100% off grid to avoid that, and I don't even know then, you know. So I think this is definitely a whether it's intentional or not, it's a step towards doing away with the physical way of paying with something, your fiat currency. What do you guys think about that? I think it is. That to me is a horrifying thought, actually. If you don't have the ability, if there is no way to pay with something for cash, or it's just, you know. Anyway, I won't go that much. I think we're only scratching the surface of the fraud and the waste, y'all. Musk and Doge are doing a great job, I believe, as far as uncovering a lot of stuff. They have now gained access, according to reports, they've gained access to FEMA, the FEMA systems, which should be very interesting, horrifying, maddening, infuriating. What are they? I mean, hopefully they'll figure out where the money has been going. It sure hadn't been going to Western North Carolina, Maui, among other places. You know? I mean, they've been focusing a lot of attention on USAID, which they should. But that's just one thing. I mean, can you imagine all of the agencies, the government budget as a whole? They say that it's just billions, y'all. Just another thing they found was almost 60 billion, not million, $60 billion was spent to put illegal migrants into luxury hotels. What I want to say, I can't say right here on this forum, on this platform. I can't. But you can about imagine how infuriating that is. You got veterans who are walking around without shoes and homeless. People in North Carolina are finally getting, the ones that were affected, Western North Carolina, are finally getting some relief, but for months, sleeping in tents and freezing weather? Seriously. And like I said, this is just the beginning. And I think that as they keep digging, it's going to be like a cornered animal that they're going to come out lashing back out. Just like the ones who are against the illegal immigration enforcement and such. They're starting to lash out more. I think we're going to see a situation to where you have some conflict there, and it could go kinetic. It could be a kinetic conflict somehow. I don't know. But this is going to increase and intensify, y'all. It's going to get intense. Just saying. It really is. But we need to know. We need to know. We want to know. We have a right to know as taxpayers, American citizens, been paying into all these years. And we need a refund with interest. Back pay. We really do. And we should. Hamas is delaying the next hostage release scheduled release of hostages. I think this is coming up later this week or this weekend. They're claiming that the ceasefire was violated by Israel. I looked into a little bit. I think it's a bunch of BS. I think they're making excuses. And I'm wondering and concerned that are the hostages that are left under their control, are they even alive? And if they are alive, how much longer are they going to last? I mean, based on the way the latest hostages look when they've been released, I don't know if you've seen a little video of that or pictures even. They look emaciated. They look awful. Trump said they look like Holocaust survivors. They do look like Holocaust survivors. They really do. And Trump said, I don't know how much longer we can take this. At some point we're going to lose our patience. Yeah, he is. And when he does, look out. They better look out. I'm telling you. But that's just an awful thing. It's an awful situation. And I would like to see more, and I guess we might see more, maybe, hopefully RFK Jr. can go ahead and get confirmed. I don't know. Has he already? I don't know. It's hard to keep up. But I want to see more about MAHA, Make America Healthy Again. I think a lot of issues stem from the junk in the food, the outright poison in our food. I think medications have something to do with that. These things too. I believe it personally, but I want to see more about that. Of all ages in the population, kids, adults, elderly, you name it. Go back and look at film. Go look back at videos of just people walking in the mall in the 80s and the 90s even. Take a look how they look. Or think back when you were, most of us watching this video were alive back then, probably, majority at least. I mean, myself included, I was a lot thinner then. I was a lot thinner. Now, a lot of that was because I moved a lot more. I ran. We could run like the wind. Played a lot of sports and all that kind of stuff. But still, I think there's a lot that can be done. Are we going to get confirmed for Kash Patel for the FBI and Tulsi Gabbard for the Director of National Intelligence? I hope so. I don't know. They say it's kind of looking a little rough for Tulsi. She don't play, man. She can slash them back when they come after her. And Kash Patel can too as well. So I think it's looking a little better. From what I've read, it looks a little better for Kash Patel to be FBI director. Hopefully Tulsi Gabbard will get in there too. I like both of them. And I like RFK Jr. But it sure is taking a long time. Why does it take this long? I think it's ridiculous. In my opinion, of course. But, let me know your thoughts on these. I covered a lot of different things, but I think we're going to see some conflict because the animals that they're going after, the nefarious that this administration is going after, they're scared, they're running, they're hiding, and they're going to lash out. They are. You can bet on it. It's going to happen. I'm telling you. All right. Let's keep preparing any way that we can. Before you know it, spring's going to be here. I know a lot of you are still freezing. Freezing weather. We're pretty lucky down here. So in Georgia, I'm going to Joshua chapter 1. Joshua chapter 1 verse 9 says, have I not commanded you? Be strong and courageous. Do not be terrified nor dismayed, for the Lord your God is with you wherever you go. Wherever you go and whatever you're doing, he is with you. Do not be terrified. Do not be afraid. Keep the faith. Our Lord Jesus, our ultimate advocate is also with us, and we should definitely stay close to him because he's the key, y'all. He's in our corner. We just have to stay close to him. Keep that relationship. Keep it strong. And stay close to him. And let's keep in prayer. Let's keep in prayer for our country, for our president. All right. Share your thoughts on these things. If you like the video, hit the like button. I appreciate it. If you haven't subscribed, hey, consider subscribing. I'm not big on, I don't have to have 100 million subscribers. What counts more is the view, people viewing, people seeing it, for it helping people. If you think the video can help somebody, share it. That's really more of what I'm concerned about. I can keep the same amount of subscribers I have right now as long as people watch. That's the main thing you can do to help is just watch and hit the like button. I appreciate it. All right. Again, let's be safe. Let's be careful out there. God bless y'all. I'll see you soon.